Today, I want to speak about how the torch is being passed down. So, why do I say that? I was watching all the recent trailers from Jump Festa and just the general anime announcements for 2026, and already JJK this in a few days, Black Clover's return, Bleach is coming back this year, Chainsaw Man's Assassin's arc already got announced, Frieren's coming back this week, Hell's Paradise is coming back this winter, Fire Force is coming back, ReZero, and recently a new anime, Sentenced to Be a Hero. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen all the hype on X, on Twitter. So why do I say the torch is being passed on? When we think of anime and big names, we think of the big three: Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. Even though Bleach is recently only getting finished this year with the Thousand Blood War arc, and I missed that era of the big three. I only started around 2010, 11, somewhere there. So I was way past the big three era, I would say. And I would only hear about it, what everyone used to say, how it was the golden age of anime, it was the best time of anime. I completely missed it. I ended up finishing, well, not finishing, caught up to Bleach, I caught up to One Piece. I haven't watched Naruto yet, but 2 out of the 3, I think that's enough. The era after that, the era I started watching, was more about Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, My Hero, I would say. More Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia. Attack on Titan finished a few years back with a really mixed ending. A lot of people, I remember at the time, were very split in the middle. The fan base was split in the middle, and it wasn't a real happy ending on both sides, whether you're a fan or the author, I would say. Now, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was a powerhouse. It was the thing that was carrying, I would say. It was actually not a big three, it was soloing that whole era. From 2013 to 2020, I would say, Attack on Titan was carrying on its back. With Attack on Titan, it had such a scuffed timeline when it switched studios. Mappa took over and had to finish it. They did a faithful job animating it, but in the end it wasn't really anything special. But now we're seeing JJK, Chainsaw Man, flower into something more beautiful, something that they really found their groove. They have found their groove with Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, and any new media they pick up now, any new manga or show they pick up, Mappa is creating their own creative identity. And they have really learned how to use hype, the art of hype. Every season, every weekly, every season, watching every episode, being so hyped up for a big fight, and always completely destroying our expectations in a good way, always improving the anticipation. That's why we love it so much. And now, knowing that Mappa does this, that they are the standard, the peak currently. My Hero ended literally last year. Well, not last year, literally a few 2 months ago. My Hero ended 2 months ago. 2025, the end of 2025. When I think back to My Hero Academia, and I would say let's use My Hero Academia, because My Hero Academia has a deep place in my heart. It was probably one of the first few animes I started watching around the time it came out. It was a thing that put me on, I would say, and it recently ended. It ended last year, and to me, it's a send-off. It's the death of that era. I don't even know what to call it. That's normally each era has a name. We know the big three, but it felt like a void between 2015, 2014. I don't even know, 2013 to 2020. It felt like a huge void. Like there wasn't really an anime that you could say was, or animes that were competing with each other. It was always Attack on Titan on the top and the others below it. We come back to recent times with JJK, Chainsaw Man, even Hell's Paradise, even Gachi Akuta. They created the Dark Trio already, and now I feel like that torch is being handed off to them. It feels like there's finally 3 shows that compete with each other It feels like the communities can spawn in. The communities can spawn, and actually you can stick with the community and not fight, but converse and stick with something. We didn't have that back in the day. It was Attack on Titan, Glaze, the My Hero fan base cooked the whole fan base. Everyone knows what happened in the World War II, the trenches of being a My Hero fan back in the day. It feels like anime is maturing. The fan base is maturing. People are choosing what they like, what's exciting, and a new era is beginning. I have never seen this. I haven't seen this as an anime watcher myself. I missed the golden age, the big three, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I missed that completely. But I did watch it and I understand why it was the big three. When I started watching, there wasn't a big three. It didn't feel like a big three existed, in my opinion. And now finally, this era of anime, specifically JJK Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, just JJK alone and Chainsaw Man alone feels like such huge titans. And we still have a little bit to go, maybe about 5 years left of each media. I could be wrong. 5 years. So, and we feel like we're just hitting the peak, and that's the difference. The My Heroes and Attack on Titan era, it always felt like Attack on Titan was the best show. And then when it got delayed and it had the scuffed studio change, and then Mappa had to animate the new seasons, it felt like such a big break. I lost that enjoyment. Didn't really enjoy the show after that because it felt fragmented. Even My Hero, a lot of the times it felt like My Hero was fragmented. It took so long to finish. They had so much filler that I basically forgot. And by the time it ended, I was like, wait, this was a big part of my life, and seeing it end like that, just like a sudden, like a candle just being blown out and it's just darkness, it's just gone. It's such a crazy feeling. And I kind of felt nothing. I still love the show, still loved the shows. It felt like nothing. So what I'm saying is, be ready. We are not ready for this year. Just off of this winter season, just off of the top 5, Frieren, Fire Force, JJK, Hell's Paradise, just off of those alone, compared to 2025, we are already eating good, and it's gotten me hyped again. I've never felt so hyped ever in my life. I never felt so hyped about anime like this. I haven't felt like this for a while, and it's really something that's important. So I'm saying, get ready. It's gonna be peak, and on God, I'm about the boss.